Hello Wizards, welcome to our March podcast. Today we will attempt to answer this question. Should students be more aware before they are allowed to vote? We always hear it. Are you registered to vote? You need to exercise your right to vote. But how important is your vote if you don't really know what you're casting it for? We can't deny that a significant chunk of people vote a certain way only because their peers in the media told them to. Should these bandwagon votes hold as much weight as those who are cast by more informed individuals? To answer these questions and more, we interviewed people at Bernie Sanders' rally at Valley High School on February 22nd, as well as people standing in line to vote on March 3rd, Super Tuesday. Their answers should hopefully shed some light on this issue.
Godinez freshman Ruth Alvarez had this to say about why she decided to attend the Bernie Sanders rally.
Something that dedicated me to be here because it was like they were saying so many good things about him where I just decided to come and see what it was about. So I realized he's a good person. He was here for good things, so that's why I'm here for.
Ruth had the following to say when asked where and why she watches her news.
I usually get it through the TV. I watch the news here and there, and I started watching them ever since they started talking about politics. So that's when I got more into watching the news.
Do you believe that voters today need to be more politically aware before making such an important choice?
I think so, because not a lot of people are politics and they don't know what's going on. So I feel like the more they learn about it, the more they know.
Are your peers interested in today's politics?
The people I know are not interested in politics whatsoever because they mostly they don't even know what politics or any of that. So I'm just they're not really interested for what I know.
Godinez senior Crystal Diaz attended the Sanders rally due to her strong beliefs.
Just even in general, I can't vote because I'm undocumented, but with everything that Bernie says, I'm for it. So if I could vote, I would vote for him.
When asked how she stays so politically aware,
I watch the news every day just because for journalism broadcasting, we are assigned to watch the news, and then even on our Instagram we follow people on Instagram like CNN, the Daily News, the HuffPost. I think I watch more of CNN, which I know is a little more towards the Democratic side than it is to the Republicans.
Crystal believes that today's voters are the most interested in politics than they have ever been.
I feel our generation is more into politics than the older generations, just because we're coming into the age where we can vote, so we're more into it.
Although some of these high school students were unable to vote in the current upcoming election, they still had much to say. Now, do older generations feel the same way as these students, or do they have contrasting opinions? We interviewed 3 older people at the Bernie Sanders rally to find out.
32-year-old Garrett stays up to date with today's political issues in a more modern and unbiased way.
Definitely daily, or several times a day, I'd say. Some TV, and mostly on some social media, whether it's Reddit or not Facebook nearly as much. Something like NPR, PBS, though. I like to check out different sources because I know no matter what source it is, it's going to have a little bit of bias, so you have to know where it's coming from, understand that bias. But it allows you, if you're looking at different sources, then you can at least see different perspectives on different things. So I try to vary it up a lot.
When asked about his opinion on today's political awareness,
I think that it's been a problem for a long, long time. I think that we are starting to see a change in that. I think that the youth is still pretty disconnected. I see it with friends, people my age, but I do feel like, especially for campaigns like Bernie Sanders, that it's bringing out the youth. So people are becoming more aware, but I don't think that it's nearly the same. If you look at the poll numbers, the ages of voters over 45 versus under 45, there's a big difference there. So there is, yes, I do believe there's still a gap of voter awareness for youth.
Garrett firmly believes that the voter age is at the correct age and should not be increased.
No, I don't think that age. I don't think we should change the age restrictions. I think as soon as you hit 18, you should be able to vote. There definitely should not be any type of testing, because that's been used in the past for voter suppression. Whether it's testing, whether it's ID cards, you are going to run into the issue, like you said, of Superstar said I should vote for this or I should vote on this, and that's always going to be an issue. And I think you need to attack people understanding and looking at the issues more so than trying to restrict people you don't want voting for something. I think that's what you need to do, in my opinion.
Apart from the people at the Bernie Sanders rally, we interviewed a registered voter during Super Tuesday at Santa Ana College.
Michelle Espinoza thinks that the voter awareness is of utmost importance.
I think there's such a power in politics and the awareness. I guess you can move mountains with that awareness.
Michelle shares her opinions as to why today's voters don't participate in the polls.
It seems like a lot of the times politics has failed the youth, and so many times it just also seems like there is no hope. So a lot of people just kind of, my vote doesn't matter kind of thing, but in reality with the voters' awareness, it really does, And I guess that's the whole thing, is you have to be aware. You have to know who you vote for. You have to know how your vote counts.
We will never get a decisive answer as to if the voting age has to be increased to account for the lack of political interest in today's youth. One thing that is for certain is that everybody who is of voting age should participate in the elections due to the magnitude of that decision.